action!
Oh, yeah.
I've been looking for a feature direct for some time. When I read the script, I remember the first time I read it, I laughed out loud, which I don't often do, all the way through the read, and then I cried at the end. And I thought, well, if this can get to me this way on paper, then if I can bring, 75% of that experience to the screen, it's going to be a very satisfying movie.
And cut!
While on maternity leave with my second child, I thought that I would write this script, this idea that I had had for a while, based on friends of mine who are this age, myself, I'm this age, and just everything you're hearing constantly about women.
Having just gone through my own experience of having babies for the first time, it definitely rang true to me. All the little jokes about what it is to be pregnant and, being tired.
Jennifer was the first attachment to the movie, so when the script was brought to me, I knew that it was for Jennifer. And so, of course, from the moment that I read it, I saw her, I heard her.
I'm pregnant.
She's not only a mother, she's a new mother. Her kids are 16 months now. Her twins, Max and Emmy, and they're who are always on set with Mark. It's fantastic. It's lovely. I've never had such a family energy in my workplace before. It's great.
Oh, God, I hope this works. I wanted this for so long. Zoe is a kind of a modern woman. She's independent, very confident, earthy, but still, fashionable in, kind of a modern, fun way.
Will you be my baby daddy?
What? I think one of the really interesting things about working with Jennifer Lopez is you come in with all these preconceived notions because she is she's a superstar, and she's written about in all these magazines. And showing up to work on the very first day, it was her first scene in 2 years, and, my first scene on the movie, and she's a little nervous, and I'm a little nervous, and she was amazing.
As an ethnic actress, I've always kind of looked up to her and really been in awe of all the things that she's accomplished.
Sometimes I feel like I'm actually not making a movie, but I'm in a relationship with an insane pregnant woman. And all the other people with cameras and stuff are just weird people in my house.
Seriously?
She's more beautiful in person than she is on film and any photograph you've ever seen. She's like a retouched photo of herself.
She's pretty, and she's also a great actress, and she's really a nice person. So, you combine all those things, and you have someone that you hate.
Hallelujah! Excuse me, this is my cab.
You own it?
It's kind of like an arranged marriage when you cast two people to play the love interests in a movie, because they're usually just meeting and getting to know each other.
Great, let's do one more like that. Awesome. One more right away, here we go.
It's great to be working, period, let alone playing a leading man in a feature film in Hollywood. Watch this.
I love working with Alex. I've had a really great time with him. Again, I don't know if he's ever done a romantic comedy before, so I was kind of like the veteran romantic comedy person here, which was actually kind of great for me.
How was that for you? Stop filming. For a minute, I want to talk to the man, not the camera.
But I had a lot of fun with Alex, because he really is such a really good actor, really, really good actor, and that's what it takes. And he also has really good timing on the comedy stuff. I had so many eating scenes in this movie. I was like, oh, God. I swore I was going to gain weight, but luckily I didn't. but I should have.
Don't beg.
She has food all over her face.
You want to try to bring something new to it and fresh to it, and also very real. What always makes comedy funny is that there's some reality to it, that's what makes people laugh. They're like, oh my God, that's so true. That just happened. I can't believe that just happened,
Give me a mirror, I want to see it. No, you don't, no.
I forget my lines a lot of the time because I'm having so much fun watching her have so much fun.
Now I'm going to do an ultrasound. This is how we view the fetus. I play the doctor who guides her through this. It's a wonderful part. And also satisfies my parents in heaven who wanted me to be a doctor, but I play him in the movies occasionally. It's too early to go through the abdomen, you see, so We have to go through the vagina. There is a scene in which Alex O'Loughlin is uncomfortable with the word vagina. And so I say vagina, vagina. Vagina, 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 vagina. Maybe if I say it often enough, you'll feel a little more comfortable. Despite the fact that Alex's character here is a real hunk. I mean, the guy is handsome and she falls in love with him and all that. He's very squeamish.
Who is this guy?
He's nobody. He's just some guy.
Are you blushing? She's blushing,
You're
right?
totally
She's
blushing.
One of the things that's so important for an audience's enjoyment, just to get away from the intensity of their relationship sometimes, is to surround them with a company of supporting players who are all funny.
So basically, it was just like having sex with Clive. I mean, you enter the pet store, and it's a totally different world. It's like the hipster, emo, downtown New York, you know, space cadet world.
Yeah, but still I want to kick his ass. Is that wrong?
You're stupid.
Action!
Please. Forget the whole thing. You don't want kids.
When Michaela walked in the room, there was something so fresh, so different, and so funny about her approach.
Did you know that Alan made me show him this? People don't know this, but to audition, you have to show him your vagina. I'm sorry, just me. I had to show him full on, like up close and personal, my vagina. I will show you my vagina just to prove that you don't have babies. Mona doesn't talk very differently than I do. I kind of overshare sometimes a little too much.
Hey, I'm just being honest. I mean, don't even get me started on what childbirth does to your bladder.
And so I can relate that, you know, there's just boundaries that some people have them very close and some people have them, you know, in another time zone.
Yeah. It's awful. They ruined my life.
I'm kind of in love with Michaela Watkins. I think that she's wickedly funny.
You like him out.
You know, when they said Michaela was going to play Mona, I saw the whole, I could see the entire character arc.
I will show you my vagina just to prove to you that you don't want to have kids.
Take that off.
Is he?
Yeah.
I play Dad in the Park, and I'm essentially that. I am the voice of reason for someone who's about to have their first child. Not only is it his first child, but he's having a set of twins.
My wife, she drew eyes on hers. But so when I went to make a move in the middle of the night, the pillow is staring at me. Yeah. Like, bruh, I don't think so.
Being a father, I have 2 children. I understand this scene about the pillow. My wife had the pregnancy pillow and loved that at one point more than she loved me. Slept and cuddled and spooned with that more than she slept and cuddled and spooned with me.
Dude, she's pregnant. You can't win. The only one who wins is the pillow.
In terms of the pillow replacing us, yeah, I lived that.
Because Nuts has a big role in the movie and a lot of different things that he has to do, there's actually 3 Nutses. We have 3 beautifully trained Boston Terriers.
We have Nip, Tuck, Stay, and Nubbins.
There's many different Nutses. I see Nutses all over the place. I don't have that much direct contact with Nuts. Jennifer's really the only one with Nuts on this film. I don't have my own Nuts.
He's doing good.
You know, they have the dog thing down, the trainers. They have it's a whole dog training universe that has nothing to do with me.
Since they're not really paraplegics and they can walk, we had to make carts for them and teach them how to only use their front 2 legs. Girl, there. Good girl.
Oh my God. Is he okay?
He's fine. Happens all the time.
It's rare to find a script where a woman of age is not a joke or demeaned by other people or self-demeaning. And that's what I get to enjoy. You always get ahead of yourself, Zoe.
Linda Laffin has been so, I mean, above and beyond my wildest dreams. Such a thrill to have her here. She's been so wonderful. Reminds me a lot of my grandmother as well.
Then to meet Tom Bosley, whom over the years I have met in passing but never worked with. He's very sweet, he's very warm, he's funny. He's got a real honest-to-God charm.
Somebody figured out a nickname for me, which I'm very proud of. Where Jennifer is J-Lo, I'm being called Tebow. So I get a kick out of that.
Today we're shooting the wedding scene, and we're gonna conga.
Zoe's water breaks, and everybody slips in it. We haven't shot it yet, but there's a lot of octogenarians out there, and I just hope we have some paramedics standing by. I'm saying this in all seriousness. I'm not trying to make a joke. There's a lot of people that are about to fall in the next scene, and I looked at them and I thought, broken hips. This is not. I hope they have insurance.
This has been a really happy working environment. It's a great family.
You're planning.
Everybody gets along. We're in a good mood. We like coming to work every day. It's been a very pleasant experience, and I hope the results are good.
Everyone's here all the time. We're all working together on this thing, and it really feels like the collaborative art form that it's supposed to be, and it really feels like a family, and the crew is amazing. This is as good as it gets.
I love it. I love being back to work. I've always loved working. It's a big part of who I am, and to have left it for a couple of years and had my own kids and spend time with them has been, you know, a big deal for me. So to get back it's been the best.
And cut!